Let's kick this off with a quick fiddle tune before we get into our magic product review. All right, Dunmore lasses for you there. Welcome to the channel, everyone. If you don't know who I am, I'm FiddlinJonny, and this is my fiddle channel, but it's also my magic product review. And today, I'm going to do a book review. Luke Jonas has released a new book called Away with Words. It really is, I think, for mentalists and those who are interested in mind reading, a fascinating and interesting book. Just stick around, see if this is the right book for you. See you in a second. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing okay no matter where you're at on the planet. Always grateful that you're here. All right, so today we're going to do a book review. It's Away with Words by Luke Jonas. Let's talk about books. Everyone should be reading books from time to time. I'm as guilty as the next about probably not reading as many books as I would like. This is a year I committed myself to really getting through Juan Tamariz's Mnemonica, and so I just dedicated the entire year to just like work on that book and get through it and pick up stuff. One of the things I love about Luke Jonas's book, it's just a wonderful, quick read. It's 74 pages long. I've read it through 3 times now, just to like devour it. You know, a quick read through the first time, second read for some of the details, third time just to like cement some of the things in there. So I just like that it's a quick read. So if you are challenged by reading books and you never get through them, this is one that's a really quick, easy read. Luke's done a nice job in terms of his writing style for a quick and easy read. All right, what the heck is Away with Words? Here's what the essence of Away with Words is that Luke Jonas has written a book that focuses on how to do mind reading that looks like real mind reading and how to do the reveal of the word. So it's a mind reading reveal of words is at the core of it, with the added essence of having misses built into those reveals. At the end of the day, that's what this book is, in my opinion, and was my takeaway with it. So if you're a mentalist and that intrigues you and interests you, that's what you're going to get from this book. So let's talk a little bit about what's inside this book. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time because I feel like if I talk a little bit too much about each chapter within the book, it gives away or could possibly give away methods. So I'll try to avoid some of that. The nice thing here is that Luke has also included not only routines, he's included essays. And the first essay that he includes in this book is The Art of Missing. So now this is not something brand new in the world of mentalism, but the ability to get it wrong by mentalists often helps to strengthen that you actually have true mind reading abilities. And so this essay focuses essentially on the power of misses, but it also is not about guessing or fishing and hoping that you get a hit, but occasionally getting a miss. This is about not a calculated, but a calculated in a positive way, in that you're not really missing, you're actually giving the appearance of a miss, and that through the routines that follow within this book, each one of them essentially has sort of, at first glance, it's a miss and the performer has got it incorrectly, but then it is revealed that indeed they actually did get it correct, and then it goes on from there. So that's at the core of this book. So the first essay focuses on that. I liked it. For me personally, I love reading sort of theory and philosophy of magic. and the ideas of magic just as much as I do about learning methods. Not a new concept, but I like hearing different people's voices and their take on it. So I really liked it. So even if you're a, someone who's been looking at mentalism for a long time and have read many essays, I still enjoyed reading it. So that's The Art of Missing. The next first routine then goes into called Mirror Image. And I'll spare you sort of the long details of the routine. At the end, the thought of word by the spectator revealed by the performer is incorrect, but so it's a miss, to go with what I was saying with the earlier essay. But the reveal is then done is that they actually saw it in their mind as a mirror image and got it backwards. So a great example is that the maybe the spectator had the word live as their thought of word, and the spectator, the performer has it as evil. Well, as it turns out, evil spelled backwards is the word live or live. So that's sort of how that process goes and what that's about. I think there's actually some fun in playing around with that in terms of from a presentation point of view. The next one is the Hangman's Reveal. I think the Hangman's Reveal is Luke's favorite, Luke Jonas's favorite, as well as I think some other folks I've heard love the Hangman's Reveal. For me personally, I found the Hangman's Reveal was not my cup of tea, but it's obviously some things are for some folks and others are not. The Hangman's Reveal is basically a game of hangman where the performer loses, but in the process when they reveal all the letters that they have chosen and show that it actually has created a picture of the thought of word. It's a great, clever idea. So, and he gives a routine for how to do it, and that really might be sort of the cup of tea for some folks. And I know it's really I love the idea of it, and for me, I think I need to play around with how I might sort of come up with the best way to do that one. All right, and again, there's a theme here, and the theme is that there's an initial miss, and then it's revealed that you actually didn't miss it, and that you're able to do the reveal in a different way. So the next one is the word that never was. It's a great stage or parlor piece where you take two spectators up on stage and you could miss essentially both of them. As it turns out, word that you revealed is actually a compound word of the two words that your spectators had chosen, and it's a real word as well. So that's the word that never was. There's the number word principle. Now this is my favorite. The number word principle is in essence this chapter, what I walked away with. I can create my own book test. And this is a principle that Luke has used in one of his earlier books that he released for a book test. I like that in this, there are really practical ways to create your own book test and have your own book printed. For me, that was valuable. I have a gig coming up that I think I would like to use a book that's specific to this group that they'd all be familiar with, and they could sort of thumb through it pretty quickly and go, oh yeah, no, this is a real book, and that I could have that printed up really affordably and be able to do a book test that really fits for my audience really well. I like that. I went through the process based upon the web pages and suggestions that he had done, and I think I could print up a book for $7.50 that basically looks like a normal book that might be in print. So I really like that takeaway. For me, it was just really practical for me to create my own book test and tailor it towards the audience that I'm working with. So I think that was really great, and I really like that aspect. The next one is memory methodology, and basically this is an essay on memory. And in mentalism, we all know that memory is super important, and that we use it all the time, that you have to memorize things. This essay basically gives you some techniques to improve your memory, and then you can come up with routines in terms of how you might be able to do that. Nothing earth-shattering there. These are techniques that have been part of mentalism forever, as well as for just memory techniques, but those are going to be covered in that. There's another essay about the power of silence that's done by Wayne Goodman, and the power of silence is, again, not a new concept, but I liked the essay because Wayne uses some real-world examples from how he has used it and been able to show the power of being able to utilize silence. I think that's great for whether you're a mentalist or magician. Works both ways and super helpful. Then you've got some closing and credits, the typical sort of stuff that you get. So here's what I would say about this book at the end of the day, is that he's capitalized on the use of words and doing word reveals. And he's used them to create powerful mind reading effects. The methods here are relatively simple methods to do, but he's structured these routines in a true sense so that the performer appears as if they're reading the spectator's minds. He's also built in this element of that missing with redemption, and that's sort of at the core of this book, those elements there. So I think if those are things that you're interested in, this book really sort of, that's where its laser focus is, on those elements. I would add that these routines are structured in a way to appear as if you're a true mind reader. I know a lot of mentalists will do routines that are structured around the idea of like, well, you subconsciously give off clues by the way you breathe, swallow, blink, avert your eye glance at certain points, and that you're picking up on clues in order to be able to suss out what they're thinking. In this one, it is presented truly as if you are a mind reader. So something for you to think about from a consumer point of view in terms of does that fit you or not fit you? At the end of the day, the routines or the methods can be structured in however you want, but that's how this book is essentially presented it. So look, the pros are, I've hit most of them already. It's a good, quick, fast read, ability to really truly read minds, and a nice way to be able to do word reveals. There's a lot of stuff in here that I don't think it's groundbreaking, but helpful for you to sort of, at least for me I should say, it got my creative juices flowing and made me think about what are ways I could take some of these methods and craft a routine around this that works for me. And I think that's sort of one of the nice takeaways here, or the real pros, is that you walk away with methods that can be helpful for you, that you can add to your arsenal of mentalism routines and effects, essentially. All right, the cons in this one. I think with any book, there's going to be some routines you like and some routines you don't like. So I don't know if that's really a con. I wouldn't walk away thinking you're going to love every single routine in this book. You're going to like some and you'll go others, I would say overall I did like the essays as well. Each one of the essays are a real hit for me. So all right, I think that's for A Way with Words. Is sort of the essence of this book. In the United States, it costs $35. I think that's a very reasonable cost. Not a super thick book. You can be able to get through this in a quick amount of time. And I think Luke Jonas is sort of one of these young creators. I don't know how young you are, Luke, but assuming relative to me, and doing some good creative work, and someone to keep an eye out for. Someone that strikes me is probably going to be around for a while and adding some great stuff to our community. So that's it. If you got it, leave a comment. If you have questions, leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel. I'm not going away. I'm here every single week. And make sure you like. That's the easiest part if you haven't done any of those other things. Or if you've done all those, hit the like button. All right, that's it. Really appreciate all of you being here and watching these reviews. I'm FiddlinJonny, and remember to keep fiddling around with your magic. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.